How's everybody doing? So tomorrow, which is Monday, March 1st, we're gonna order some more hoodies and t-shirts. So if you catch this video tonight, I know I'm not giving you much notice, go ahead and direct message me, email, however you want to contact me, and let me know your size and color. Almost any color t-shirt, hoodies, we're just doing black with red lettering or red with black lettering. So that's that. But that's not why I had this video today. My reason for this is I want to do a flute comparison. So oftentimes when people order custom flutes, especially the more difficult ones, I make more than one to make sure I get it all dialed in. And every flute's a little bit different. But this is the low D aeolian minor. And these are kind of complicated to make because we make them in the 7/8 bore, which gives you 2 octaves, right? And the key to making 2 octaves work on these aeolian flutes is larger holes and skinnier barrels. It has something to do with where the sound is produced and stretching the playing holes way down the barrel. So that makes you have to really kind of stretch, right, to get it. Low D is the maximum I'd ever do in a 7/8 bore. I prefer just sticking to E and then moving to a 1-inch bore. But for these particular flutes, we do 7/8 bore D. And so I want to compare these two for the customer, but also for anybody who is interested in this. So this one has a little bit smaller holes, and it sounds great. It's going to be a little bit more comfortable to play than the other one I'll show you. And it's about 1.5 inch finger spread, maybe getting close to 1 5/8. But the holes are a little bit smaller on this one than the other one. And it still gets a full octave range, 2 octave range, but the second octave is going to play a little bit more flat. And again, that has to do with the hole size. And so I'm going to play this flute first. Play with some effects. Sounds pretty nice. And so this one, I feel like might have a little bit more benefit in the sound quality, because again, the holes are larger. You should be able to pretty immediately see the difference in the hole size there. Can we? Yeah. So let's look at them side by side. This is the second one. The holes are farther spread out and the holes are larger. So it's going to be more of a challenge to play. This one's going to be closer to 1 5/8 inches finger spread. However, I feel like the high octave range is going to be a little bit better on this one. And the reason why I'm showing you this is because you can choose to have smaller holes, but just know that a high octave range would be a little bit more compromised. And this, again, in this specific D aeolian minor, it's potentially going to get too hard for some players. I feel like I can play it pretty comfortably. Again, we're way down here because the holes are pulled down to create this aeolian 2-octave flute. So that bottom hand, you might start getting a little cramped. And again, the holes are pretty big. So people have to decide, would they prefer this flute with the farther finger stretch and the larger holes, or that flute, which potentially be easier to play. But I'll play this one and you can hear the difference. Maybe. This one's just a real special flute. The sound quality, just everything is, it's really humming. It's one of my favorites I've ever made. But again, it's no use to have a favorite sounding flute if you think that the finger spread with an 1 5/8 and the large holes is going to be too much of a compromise. This one, I'd say, is average sounding of my D aeolian minors. Sounds great. It's a sweet flute. There's something really special about this one. But again, so you guys decide, what would you do? I guess it all depends on the person and their hand size. But I just wanted to show you and play them side by side, see what you guys think. Take care.